What is up, everyone? Special, the first Monday night football. Monday's not so boring anymore, Johnny. The first game we look at is Pittsburgh going into New York to play the Giants. Coach Kelly, how do you see this game panning out? Does Saquon Barkley keep going on his tremendous show that he's put on so far in the NFL, or do the Pittsburgh Steelers ruin Saquon Barkley's first game of the year?
I'm torn. I'm torn in this game. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers defense fan, and I'm a fan of Saquon Barkley. So potentially on some of my fantasy teams where I have both the Steelers defense and Saquon Barkley, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I have Pittsburgh winning this game.
Wait, you have the Pittsburgh defense and Saquon Barkley? Wow.
Yeah. So
that's worst case scenario week one for you, buddy.
Oh
definitely. My God.
Yeah, definitely. but I have Big Ben is back, and I have Big Ben winning in New York, pulling it out. Mike Tomlin and his defense to get it together to slow Barkley down. Probably make Mr. Jones make some plays passing, turn the ball over, and the Steelers win.
All right, guys. Johnny Box, what do you got with this team, man? I don't know who to pick in this game. I like the Giants. I think the Giants are going to be much better than they were last season. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin. Do the Giants win this game? Who is favored?
The Steelers are favored by 5. They're a road point. They're a 5-point road favorite going into New York.
Que falta respeto. Oh, my God. For those that don't speak Spanish, I just said that they're disrespectful to the Giants. Keep going. Johnny.
I'm picking the Steelers to go into New York and win. There's 2 reasons you want to watch this game. Well, actually, there's 3 reasons. Number 1 is just to be able to hear for the first time after everything we've been through the last few months, that infamous dun 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 dun. You know, that 1980s. Man, when I heard that coming on the screen, man, back when it was on ABC, I hear dun 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 dun. The helmet's falling. That's Monday Night Football. And obviously to start the season now you have 2 Monday Night Football games.
Oh, you ready for some football?
And of course, Hank. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers win. The second reason you want to watch this is because of Saquon Barkley, because you want to see one of the premier talents in this league on Monday Night Football and what he can do if he can come back from the nagging injuries he had last year and revert back to just superstar status. And the third reason I want to watch Monday Night Football is because, and anybody who saw our AFC North podcast knows how much I'm in love with Mike Tomlin. And I think they're going to go in and win because Mike Tomlin is just going to find a way to just outcoach the guy on the other side. And they got a new coach in Joe Judge, and they have a new offensive coordinator in Jason Garrett. Why, I have no idea. But
God.
Look, maybe at the end of the day, they could say that Garrett was a better offensive coordinator in his career than obviously he was a head coach. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, at least he's got Saquon Barkley to work with. I'm picking the Steelers. Big Ben is back. I think they're going to pound James Conner. I think that defense is going to get all up in Daniel Jones' face, and they're going to do their best to try to contain the wonder that is Saquon Barkley. It is only a 5-point. It's a 5-point line, but I think the Steelers can go into and win. They can go into MetLife Stadium and beat the Giants to open Monday Night Football.
It's hard not to agree with everything that was just said about this game. I've made 2 bold predictions for week 1. I'm not going to do 3. The Steelers will win this game Monday night. Big stage. Mike Tomlin, Big Ben, too much experience in that team, and they're going to be one of the better teams in the AFC. And it's just Monday Night Football. I don't see the Giants pulling this game out. And then that takes us to the next game, which is the Tennessee Titans go to the Denver Broncos. There was a lot of talk with the Denver Broncos during the offseason. Ryan Tannehill got a big contract. Derrick Henry is there. And the Tennessee Titans are coming off their amazing playoff run that no one thought was going to happen. And they proved a lot of people wrong with that defense. It's a very well-coached team in Tennessee. Coach Kelly, where do you see this game going, and how close do you see this game being?
I see it being a close game. I'm not a fan, as you all may know, of the Tennessee Titans and their offense, but I have Tennessee pulling it out. I think defensively, Denver can scheme a game plan to slow down the Titans, make Tannehill throw those deep balls, or make Tannehill just throw the ball, period, and possibly get some turnovers off of that.
Yeah, just make the quarterback throw the ball. Don't worry, you'll win the game.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I mean, if they can stop Derrick Henry, I mean, because that's what it's going to have to be, because it cannot be no containment of Derrick Henry, because they can try to contain and Derrick Henry breaks one and it changes the momentum of the game altogether. So they will have to stop Derrick Henry, make Tannehill throw the ball, and in order for Denver to win. But like I said, I have Tennessee going into Denver winning this game.
Yeah, I don't know who's favored in boxing. You can get into that one right now, but the story with Tennessee, to beat them, you're gonna have to stop Derrick Henry. I don't know if that defense is good enough to stop Derrick Henry, and they're just gonna control the clock. Ryan Tannehill is good enough to make their down passes sometimes, but week one, coming off this amazing run that they had in the playoffs, and if it wasn't for the Chiefs, Ryan Tannehill would have been in the Super Bowl. But Box, who checks your box in this game, and what do you want to see from your best friend Ryan Tannehill to win the game in Denver?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, believe it or not, Denver's favored. Denver is a 1.5-point home favorite on Monday Night Football. Now, there's a couple of reasons that may be. Number one, history. Usually a West Coast game, a team that opens on the West Coast as a second Monday Night Football game. Since they started doing 2 games, for some reason, that home team tends to win, regardless of who it is. Secondly, the altitude. Mile High is not an easy place to play. Number 3, at the end of the day, Derrick Henry defense, and maybe they have a feel for the guys they added, the Jerry Jeudy that we talked about when we talked about the AFC West. It is a 1.5-point game. That notwithstanding, I am taking the Tennessee Titans and what, if you want to call it, an upset to go into Denver and win, because I think they are going to pound the hell out of Derrick Henry and try to wear that defense down. And hopefully Tannehill doesn't have to do a lot. But let's be honest, obviously, first game of the season, Tannehill can make plays, and all you really need to ask him to do is pound the hell out of Derrick Henry, wear it on that defense, have Tannehill do the safe passing game, middle of the field, down and in, down and outs, and just have him slowly but surely break that defense down. And then on the other side, that Tennessee defense under Mike Vrabel, they're gonna tee off on Drew Lock. He may get one of those bombs to Jerry Jeudy, and it might look pretty, and it's gonna be a great story for Monday Night Football. But they're gonna tee off on Drew Lock. Drew Lock is only 5 games into his NFL career, and they're gonna try to make it so that he loses on Monday night. And I think they're gonna succeed. I think it's gonna be a tight game. Like I said, it's pretty much a pick 'em. It's only 1.5-point line, and I would have figured that a team that was 1 game away from the Super Bowl would have been favored. But lo and behold, they're not. That notwithstanding, I am picking the Tennessee Titans to go in and win, to finish out week 1 and win the second game on Monday Night Football.
Guys, like Johnny said, that finishes out week 1. And there's your other upset. Tennessee Titans go into Denver Monday Night Football. and they will win in Denver. Denver does have Melvin Gordon. They have a super talented receiver that they drafted this season, and Judy. But that connection might not be there. It's going to take some time for these guys to get acclimated to each other. So Tennessee Titans, with the experience that they have already in tough games, getting into the playoffs, it's just too much for Denver to win this game at home. We'll take the Tennessee Titans. We all agree we're going to take the Tennessee Titans. And with that, that is your week 1 predictions. That is that's Thursday Night Football through Monday Night Football. Next week, we'll have a week 2 prediction. And most importantly, please comment on all these videos. We want to hear your opinions. Make fun of my bold predictions. I dare you. But don't come back next week and start complaining when I'm right. But subscribe, hit the little bell, and comment. Let's get involved, guys. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Have a good night, guys.